Namaste and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to talk about the upcoming Saturn retrogression, which is going to take place on June 30th. This retrogression will be ending on November 15th. Saturn is seen as a natural malefic planet. It is not the planet for instant gratification. That is the one reason. Moreover, Saturn indicates service. It doesn't indicate an easy life. But most of us conveniently forget that it rules the most auspicious houses in the natural zodiac wheel, which are the 10th and the 11th houses. Natural zodiac wheel means Kalpurusha Chakra. In Kalpurusha Chakra, Saturn rules the 10th and 11th houses. The 10th house indicates career, reputation. 11th house indicates long-term profits. I told you that Saturn is not the planet for instant gratification. If we need to have a career, we need to work hard. If we need to have a long-lasting career, we need to have a good career plan, step-by-step execution. And 11th house indicates long-term profits. For that also we need to work hard. Venus can be the planet for instant gratification, but Saturn, it needs a lot of hard work, perseverance, patience. Maybe that's the reason people actually dislike Saturn. But if you want to have a long-lasting career, lot of profits, long-term marriage, we need to have the influence of Saturn, firstly in the Lagna horoscope, or in the Navamsha, or in the Dashamsha, or in the other main Varga charts. So we cannot write off Saturn as a malefic planet. It has a lot of good attributes. You must have got married when Saturn was transiting in your 7th house, or it was aspecting 7th house or 7th lord, or the 1st house or 5th house or 7th house or 11th house or 9th house. Because Saturn transit triggers the event. It is known as the planet for time, or it is the indicator of Kala. It is the indicator of karma. It is also known as the planet for judge. It has the power to judge us. It has the power to control the time. So during Saturn retrogression, it will start controlling the time more than ever. Actually, the planet is not going backwards. It is just slowing down its pace. First of all, Saturn is a slow planet. When it is in retrogression, we feel the time has really gone slow. So the burden of work will get increased. And if you have a retrograde planet in your horoscope, and if it is Saturn, the Saturn transit can be a bit challenging for you. Especially if your Mahadasha and Antardasha are bad, this transit will work with that retrograde Saturn in the birth horoscope as well as transit retrograde Saturn. Transit retrograde planet doesn't indicate past life karma, but the past life karmic debt are indicated by the retrograde planet in the birth horoscope. So if you have a retrograde Saturn in the birth horoscope, then this retrogression can be challenging for you. Otherwise, this retrogression is going to bring some temporary moments where you need to reassess, revalue, restructure your plans. But it is good to have a retrograde planet in your horoscope, because we have seen so many celebrities and great people with the retrograde planets in their horoscope. So this transit retrogression Saturn is going to give you time to restructure, renovate, rejuvenate your life so that you can come out as a successful person when the Saturn retrogression is over. So embrace this divine energies of this divine planet with happiness, not with any bad attitude. If you have any bad attitude, your burden of work will be increasing. So make sure you are open to the teachings of this Saturn retrogression. The universe is going to give you great lessons. I am a person who learned a lot of great lessons because I have a retrograde planet in my horoscope. So I am curiously looking towards what the universe is going to show you, teach me. Universe is going to teach me and show me so that I can come out as a better person. I wish you all the best. I am attaching the voice clips so that you can listen more. I was running out of time, that's why I had to restrict myself to audio clips. Soon I will come up with some videos. Please visit my Quora page. I will keep the link down. Thank you and bye-bye. See you soon. Aries. Saturn rules 10th and 11th houses. Saturn will be retrograding through the 11th house, which will be automatically impacting the 10th and 11th houses. This retrogression, when it is moving through the 11th house, it will motivate you to focus on friendships, social networks, and long-term aspirations. The 11th house, you need to understand what 11th house is. The 11th house governs group activities, community involvement, and future goals. During this retrogression, you might experience delays or challenges in these areas. So you need to reassess your social interactions and aspirations. For example, your long-term projects. You need to reassess. You might have some plans, but you need to reassess those plans with the help of an expert, whether this plan is a good plan. And so far you have to see whether this plan has given you any kind of profits. And this is the time to restructure the long-term plans. Similar strategy should be applied regarding social connections. If any kind of social network group or any person from the social domain is not helping you to go through a progressive manner or take your life into a progressive manner, or if they are causing any kind of repeated issues in your life, this is the time to rethink about that person or that relationship or that commitment, whether to continue in that relationship or into that commitment, and to take a final decision. This period will bring a need to re-evaluate your friendships and social circles. So during this retrogression, it is very normal for people to have issues with friendships. Some friends may leave you, or you may be forced to leave some friendships, and social networking also. And this is not an ideal time to chat with the social people from the social media, or get too much of interaction with the social networking groups, or posting something in the social media, or debating something about your social groups like WhatsApp group or Instagram and all. So you have to be very careful, and you need to limit your interactions in the social domain. See, Saturn is not the planet for flamboyancy. It is the planet for restrictions and limitations. This is the time to limit all these interactions or these activities, so that you can do a lot of internalization and to see which plan is better for you. You might face difficulties in your interaction with friends, or feel a sense of disconnection from your social groups. And if it happens, you should not be worried, because that is a good time. This is a good time where you are getting a lot of time to think what is going to bring progress into your life. Saturn is not a silly planet. It wants to give you long-term benefits. See, in the natural zodiac wheel, Kalapurusha Chakra, Saturn rules the most auspicious houses. So Saturn is a kind of positive planet if you are doing the right karma. Saturn is also known as the planet for Kala or time. When the planet for Kala, the time, the karma is retrograding, you need to use this time to re-evaluate your career, your long-term projects and all that. It is a time to reflect on the quality and purpose of your relationships and make necessary adjustment for greater harmony and fulfillment. Saturn's retrograde motion encourages you to build more meaningful and supportive connection with others. Long-term aspirations and goals also may be affected. For example, if you are waiting to get a visa, that process may get delayed. If you want to join an organization and you got an offer letter, but the processing can get delayed. You might experience delays or obstacles in achieving your future objectives, requiring a more disciplined and realistic approach. It is crucial to focus on setting achievable goals and developing effective strategies for reaching them. Community involvement and group activities might also require attention. You may need to reassess your role in community projects and ensure that your contributions are effective and meaningful. For example, you need to also think, what are you giving into the community? You will be bothered what you are getting from the community at the same time. You should also think, are you contributing enough for the progress of the community? This period is ideal for reflecting on your sense of purpose and making adjustment to align your social activities with your long-term aspirations. Then Saturn will be aspecting the 5th house of children. So it can initially bring a sense of limitation or delay in the matters of children also. They will have a lot of needs. For example, they may join a new course and they may find it difficult to learn it. So they will need your support. And delays can also happen if you are a business owner, because the 5th house indicates creativity and personal joy. And Saturn is not the planet for creativity or personal joy. It is the planet for hard work. So you need to reassess your business plans, whether they are giving you the right results, or if they are not giving you the desired results, you may have to restructure your plans or leave that business plan. There is no point in continuing spending energy into those plans which are not benefiting you for a long term. For that, you need to check whether your horoscope is promising a career in business or profits, whether your Artha Trikona is actually very strong to give money through business. You might find it challenging to express creative talent or experience obstacles in your romantic life. The 5th house indicates romance, and Saturn is not the planet for romance. Even in Vedas, we can see Saturn has a lot of issues in his marital life. His wife cursed him, that's why his aspects are negative aspects. So the romantic life also need a restructuring, and this placement often calls for more disciplined and structured approach to creative projects, romantic relationships and interactions with children. It emphasizes more on responsibility, patience and long-term planning in this area. So you have to be very responsible during the Saturn transit. Actually, the universe is giving you a lot of time to make everything in a positive manner after the Saturn retrogression. So the Saturn retrogression is a period to restructure your approach to friendships, children, creativity. By the end of Saturn retrograde period, you are likely to have more thoughtful and disciplined approach to your social connections and future goals, with a clearer understanding of how to achieve lasting fulfillment. This reflection helps in building a more stable and fulfilling approach to your social life and aspirations, promoting long-term success and satisfaction. I wish you all the best. Taurus. For Taurus Lagna, Saturn rules your 9th and 10th houses. 9th house indicates your luck, bhagya, fatherly figures, foreign collaborations, and 10th house, of course, it indicates career. When Saturn retrogrades through the 10th house, it brings a focus on your career, public image and professional goals. The 10th house is a Artha Trikona house. It governs your ambition, reputation and how you are perceived in this world. During this retrogression, you may experience delays or challenges in your career, prompting reassessment of your professional path and public image. In the classicals, retrogression is seen as the time where your past birth karma getting reflected. Retrogression, if you have a retrograde planet in your horoscope, that shows you have Rina Anubandhana regarding that house. If your Saturn is retrogression in your horoscope, naturally you have some kind of karmic debt connected to your career, and the houses which Saturn rules and houses where Saturn is placed. In transit, when Saturn is retrograding through the 10th house, that shows you have done something wrong in the immediate past and the universe is giving you time to assess it, re-evaluate it and correct it. That's why during this transit Saturn retrogression, the delays or challenges in your career that will prompt you to reassess your professional path and public image. So this is not a great time to take any kind of risk or new work. I have seen a lot, whatever projects you start during the retrogression phase, despite you having a retrograde Saturn in your horoscope, you are starting a project during retrogression, that project can end abruptly. So make sure if you want to start a new career, you can, what is the situation when you have got that call letter 2-3 weeks back or months back, or you were trying to you were in touch with that company weeks back or weeks before Saturn starts its retrogression. Otherwise, during this retrogression, you may get some job calls that can be fake. People may come and offer you, I will give you a job, you have to pay this much of money. That can be a fake offer. Okay, it doesn't have to be 100% like that, but Saturn retrogression through the 10th house, it shows delays and challenges in your career. This period often brings a need to re-evaluate your career goals and ambitions. This is the time to plan, not execute. You can execute when Saturn goes direct. So this time period, around 5 months, is the best to plan for a better career, appear for some training courses. For example, nowadays technology, every area, like every career domains are getting updated. So retrogression is a very good time to study something, take some certifications so that you can be strong enough to, or you can be well equipped for a new role, a bigger role or more a productive role. You might face obstacles in your professional progress or feel a sense of stagnation in your career. It is quite natural, even if you are a top performing, top tier employee in your company. For the time being, you may feel that, am I doing well in my career? Am I appreciated by my managers? Or you may feel that the projects are getting delayed. That kind of thoughts are quite natural during this time. It's a time to develop greater patience and a more disciplined approach to achieve your career objectives. This is the right time to plan things. If you are not aware which plan you have to take, towards which direction you have to move, then you should take the expert opinion to see what your horoscope promises. Saturn retrograde motion encourages you to follow on long-term goals. Focus on long-term goals and build a solid foundation for your professional success. The 10th house indicates public image and reputation. So both the things are going to highlight it. You might need to address the issues related to how you are perceived by others and ensure your actions align with your professional values. During this time, you may do some mistakes and that can be projected inside the company and the things can get elevated. So make sure you are not disobeying any of your managers. All the communications should be having a proof, like you should not, they should not say, finally they should not say that, your manager should not say that you have done something on your own, at your own risk, and thus things can get escalated. It has happened to me. So make sure you are completely obeying your managers. This is the time to strengthen your integrity and adopt a more responsible attitude towards your public responsibilities. Leadership roles and authority positions might also be affected. If you are a manager, if you are a CEO or a top tier professional in a company, there can be some shift in the responsibilities. It is not like you lose that designation, but some of your responsibilities can get reduced, or you may get more responsibilities where you find it very difficult. See, Saturn is called planet for restrictions. The rings around Saturn, it indicates you are restricted. So such planet, it is already a slow planet. Further, it is slow by the delays due to the retrogression. So there will be some kind of shift you will be going through this Saturn retrogression. So you may need to reassess your approach to leadership and ensure that you are managing your responsibilities effectively. This period is ideal for developing better management skills, fostering a more responsible and effective approach to your professional life also. Saturn retrogression will aspect the 4th house. So you need to internalize. 4th house is a moksha house. You need to do a lot of reflection, reassessment and restructuring about yourself and also regarding your family, your domestic life, your foundation, and there are chances for relocation, renovation, because Saturn retrogression means doing something which you always wanted to do. It's not new. So renovation, relocation can happen. So overall, this period is an opportunity to restructure your approach to career and public image. By the end of Saturn retrogression period, you are likely to have a more disciplined and thoughtful approach to your professional goals with better understanding on how to achieve lasting success, because all of us want more success. Additionally, Saturn is also the planet for 9th house of foreign collaborations, foreign travels. So travels can get blocked. There can be some delays. If you are a student who wanted to write supplementary exam, this is the best time for that, because it is reappearing. You are going to reappear. And if you want to go abroad for studies, like the trend, youngsters are leaving abroad for higher studies. You have to be very careful in the processing, as you may need to redo the processing. You have to be very careful. This reflection helps in building a more stable and fulfilling approach to your career, promoting long-term achievement and recognition. I wish you all the best. Gemini. For Gemini, Saturn rules 8th and 9th house, and Saturn will be retrograding through the 9th house of beliefs, higher knowledge and long distance travels. The 9th house governs philosophical views, education and exploration. During this retrogression, you may experience delays or challenges in this area. So you need to reassess your beliefs, educational pursuits and travel plans. This retrogression is very good for students who are dropouts, who wanted to reappear for exams like NET, NEET, GMAT and all that. Because retrogression means you need to reappear. It is reassessing. So students, they have to retry their luck in higher studies. This period often brings a need to re-evaluate your philosophical or religious views. Please don't go for any kind of arguments that your religion is the best. My religion is the best. Your God is good. My God is, your God is bad. My God is good. Nobody has ever seen God, okay? So, we do not have to fight in the name of God or religion, because the universe is same to all. There is only one universe. There can be different galaxies, different suns, but the universe contains everything. So, there are people who always fight for their religion, fight for their God. But during this retrogression time, you should not go for that. Otherwise, it can trigger a group and it can trigger legal issues also. Because the 9th house indicates legal issues. This period, you need to re-evaluate your faith. See, everybody has the freedom to follow what they want, what they believe, unless they are against the legal system of the country. You may question your beliefs or feel a sense of uncertainty about your understanding of the world. The 9th house indicates philosophical thoughts and spiritual inclination. So this is the time to reassess what you believe is right or not. During this time, even if you are a Hindu, you may think about reading Bible. Even if you are a Muslim, you may think about reading Bhagavad Gita. So, and really identity clash regarding religion can spring up during this time. It's a time to reflect on your values and seek deeper understanding of your spiritual and philosophical principles. So this is the time to be spiritual, learn the philosophical principles, understand them, so that you can be clear when Saturn moves in a direct mode. Saturn retrograde motion encourages you to adopt a more mature and thoughtful approach to your belief system. Higher education and academic pursuits will be affected. There can be delay. If you are trying to start a new course, if you want to retry, for example, you wanted to learn coding and you didn't get an opportunity, or you wanted to learn programming, or you wanted to learn data analytics, you didn't have an opportunity, you tried earlier but you halfway you dropped it, but the Saturn retrogression will give you that time again into your life to learn all these things. So you need to be more disciplined and you need to have a structured approach. It is crucial to focus on long-term educational goals because 9th house indicates higher studies. This is the right time to focus on long-term education goals and develop effective strategies for achieving them. Long distance travels or exploration also can go through challenges, like there are certain agencies, there are many agencies, fake agencies, they may approach you that they will say that we will send you to Malta, you must give me this much of money. So you need to identify those fake agencies and make sure you are not trusting them blindly, because during retrogression time fake people can come to you. Delays or difficulties in travel plans can also occur, prompting you to reassess your approach to explore new horizons. During Saturn retrogression, you can be unrealistically adventurous. You need to control that zeal. Otherwise, you will land in troubles. Don't try to trigger any kind of legal issues. Such legal issues will be prolonged beyond your calculation. This is a time to plan carefully and adopt a more responsible attitude towards your travel and adventure. Like, a sudden travel plan during the Saturn retrogression may not happen. If you plan for such thing, you should have a plan B. The last minute delays and you missing the flights or some kind of danger is there if you are planning within the time frame of Saturn retrogression. Overall, this period is an opportunity to restructure your approach to beliefs, education and exploration. Another thing is that you wanted to go abroad. For example, you wanted to fly to Dubai for a long time. You tried it many times, you didn't get that opportunity. But if you want to retry during this time, it can happen. By the end of Saturn retrogression period, you are likely to have more thoughtful and disciplined approach to your philosophical views, educational goals, with a better understanding to get lasting fulfillment. This reflection will help you in building more stable and fulfilling approach to personal growth and exploration, promoting long-term intellectual and spiritual development. This is a great time for foreign travels, for example, pilgrimages, spiritual trips, interacting more with your guru-like figures. At the same time, during this time, you can have issues with your fatherly figures or mentors, but a slight humility and submission will be making this transit very good. If their blessings are with you, the transit will be very good. So make sure you are not being a revolutionary or a rebel. If you become a rebel, then this transit is going to create a lot of obstacles. I wish you all the best. Cancer. For Cancer, Saturn rules 7th and 8th houses. Both houses indicates partnership, from personal life and professional life, finances, shared resources and transformation, emotional and physical transformation. So this transit will be majorly impacting your relationships, and the 8th house, as Saturn is moving through the 8th house of Aquarius. The 8th house indicates joint finances, inheritance, and psychological matters. During this retrogression, there will be sure issues from these matters. This retrogression phase is not at all good to take up additional financial burdens. You are already going through some financial burdens, and during this transit, please don't experiment with your financial status. During this retrograde, you need to reassess of how you manage shared resources and personal transformation. This period often brings a need to confront financial matters related to others, such as shared investments, debts, or inheritances. For example, you gave some money, someone borrowed some money, and during this time you will feel the need to ask that money back from that person. Same thing can happen with you. You took money from somebody, you borrowed money from somebody. They may come and ask you, and there can be some kind of arguments. There will be obstacles in managing joint finances. For example, your wife may question your financial habits, and you may also question her financial expenses. Each other will be asking for accountability, and it can create arguments. So you need to have a better disciplined and responsible approach to your money matters. There is a red flag in that. It's a time to develop clearer boundaries and more effective strategies to handle shared resources. Even if you are a business owner with partners, you need to have better strategies so that you can handle the profit and losses in a better manner. The 8th house indicates deep psychological issues, and during this transit, you need to have a better introspection about your psychological needs. Saturn's retrogression motion encourages you to reflect on your inner emotional landscape and the transformative process you are undergoing. This is the time of internalization, because 8th house indicates the subconscious mind. 8th house is the house of your worries, your traumas, and your fears, your phobias and all. I am not threatening you, but being Cancer, you are ruled by the moon. In astropsychology, moon indicates psychological matters. So when transit is also going through the 8th house, you will have to reflect on your inner emotional needs, and there will be transformation. There will be sudden changes in your mood swings you can go through, and it can also affect interpersonal relationship. You may confront your past traumas or unresolved emotional issues, and that will surely lead you to personal growth and healing. These days, many people are going vocal about their emotional hurdles, and it is a very good trend. Earlier, people used to think that, opening up these emotional issues, people will brand you as a mad person. Nowadays, people realize the mind is important, and the physical health is also connected to the mental health. So this is the right time to take therapies or an astrology consultation to know where you stand in your life. This period can be intense emotionally, but it offers an opportunity for transformation and deeper understanding about yourself. So after this retrogression, you will be a new person. That's why the 8th house is triggered. Matters related to intimacy and trust in the relationships may also require attention. You have to address the issues related to emotional relationship and the balance of power in your relationship. Means there are chances for power struggles. You are I am the best, you are the bad, you are the one who is causing all the issues. That kind of issues will happen. This is the time to build more meaningful and authentic connections, focusing on mutual support and understanding. Overall, this period is an opportunity to restructure your approach to transformation and shared resources. At the same time, there will be sudden need of money. It can be for emotional needs, it can be for financial emergency, medical emergency. So you need to be prepared for that. But by the end of this retrogression, you will be more disciplined. You will learn a lot, and you will be managing your joint finances in a better way, and this reflection will help you in building stable and fulfilling approach to emotional matters, relationship and long-term growth and healing also. So the financial matters are very important. This is not the time to invest anywhere, but this is the time to understand which plan is good for you. So I wish you all the best. Leo. For Leo, Saturn rules 6th and 7th houses. Both the houses are known as negative houses because 6th house indicates Dusthana Bhava and 7th house is a Maraka Bhava. But Saturn is not bad in the 7th house because in the natural zodiac wheel, Saturn gets exalted in the 7th house. Now, the 7th house indicates marriage, romantic partnerships, one-to-one interactions, business collaborations, legal matters, padaprapti, foreign collaborations, foreign trips and masses. During this retrogression, there will be some issues in these areas, so you need to reassess on how you manage these things. You need to re-evaluate your approach to partnerships. If you are already going through some relationship issues, this retrogression will give you some more time to take final decisions. So, if you are thinking about divorcing your wife or husband or planning for a breakup in the love life, please don't take a decision during this time. Instead, use this time for re-evaluation on whether you have given the best in the relationship or whether you listen to your significant other in a proper manner or whether you have any misunderstanding in the relationship. Retrogression time frame is not to take final decision. It is the time to reassess whichever planet, re-evaluate, internalize. So you need to be more responsible and you should have a committed attitude. Who knows, in the future, this relationship will be adding value to your life. Issues related to fairness, balance and mutual support will come into the forefront. Like, your partners may say, you were not fair with me. You were not supporting me. So this is the time to give a chance, one more chance. Whether it is a business relationship, whether it is a marital relationship, whether it is a love relationship, this is the time to give one more chance to others. So this is the time to address unresolved issues and tensions. Then you will have a better understanding about what others needs from you. You will also need to work on improving your communication. The 1-2 relationship, the basic is communication and understanding each other. So you need to work on that. And there is nothing wrong in having an attitude to compromise with your partner. None of us are perfect. Who knows, the relationship went wrong with your attitude. So this is the time to reassess. This retrogression will strengthen you strengthen you to improve your relationship, focusing on long-term stability and commitment rather than immediate gratification. See, Saturn is not the planet for immediate gratification. Saturn is the planet for long-term plans. If you want to have huge success, Saturn is the planet. If you want to have a long-term career, Saturn is the planet. If you want to have a long-term marriage, Saturn is the planet. If you want to have a long-term business relationship, Saturn is the planet, not any other planet. So this planet is in retrogression. So it is asking you, take time, build your relationship, give one more chance. Business partnerships or legal matters may also be affected because it needs re-evaluation. Delays and obstacles in the areas can occur, definitely requiring more thoughtful and disciplined approach. It's crucial to carefully assess the dynamics of your professional relationships and ensure they are built on solid and equitable foundation. 7th house indicates Padaprapti. Padaprapti means you are getting a big role. Maybe your managers offered that role and they didn't give you. This retrogression is the time to ask again, because retrogression means re. So this is the time to ask again, apply again. In love life, you like that person and that person rejected you, and this is the time to renew you and present you in a better form into that person, in front of that person. So this is the time to retrain many things related to the 7th house. Overall, this is a period to restructure your approach to partnership and commitments. By the end of Saturn retrogression, you will have more balanced and responsible attitude towards your relationship. You will understand your relationship, and this will help you in creating meaningful connections, promoting long-lasting relationship and success. Saturn will be aspecting the Lagna. That means Saturn is a heavy planet. When it aspects the Lagna in retrogression mode, you will be growing as a very responsible person. You may meet your ex. You may meet your friends from the past. Additionally, the danger is if you had some kind of physical issues regarding your upper part and lower part, and it can come back if you are not careful. For example, you had migraine, you had chronic migraine earlier. Right now it's not there, but there are chances for it to come back. So that is also a negative side of this transit. However, I wish you all the best. Virgo. For Virgo, Saturn rules 5th and 6th houses. This retrogression is going through the 6th house. See, Saturn is the indicator of the 6th house. 6th house has one more indicator, that is Mars. But Saturn is also an indicator of the 6th house. What the 6th house indicates? Work, colleagues, deaths, diseases, and enemies. It is also the house of service. It is also not the house of Runa Anubandhana. That means the karma from your past life. Not this life, the past life. And 5th house also indicates Purva Punya Bhava. So your karma, your past karma is going to highlight it during this transit. When Saturn retrogrades through the 6th house, which is a Dursana house, it will add your burdens regarding your work, because Saturn is a heavy planet. It is the planet for delays and obstacles. So it will increase your work, increase the work-related burden. This is not the time where you sit ideally or you sit and enjoy your work, but please be ready to work hard. And your projects which you finished in the past, they may come back. Those projects may come back, and your managers would say like, you need to rework on this project. This retrogression transit emphasis a focus on work routines, health and service. The 6th house governs daily responsibilities. It indicates daily life, physical well-being, and how you serve others. So during this retrogression, you may face delays and obstacles at work. So you need to restructure your plan. You need to take care of your health also. For example, you had some kind of issues in the past. They can come back. If you are a person with a chronic illness, then you have to be very careful. Do not wait for home remedies. Please go and take medical aid. If you are a Vata person or Kapha dominated person, or you need to focus on that kind of treatment. You need to also serve people who are poor, because the 6th house indicates people who are working in harsh conditions. So when you start serving them, your Runa Anubandhana will get lesser. This transit is prompting a reassessment of how you manage these areas in your life. There will be challenges in your job or daily responsibilities. So you may be a bit overwhelmed by the work tasks or face difficulties in maintaining a productive routine. For example, if your Ashtakvarga points in the 6th house are more than 30 or more than 28, then you should understand one thing. You should not have any plan in your life. There are people who plans, who can follow a strict plan. For example, they will make a plan for next week, next 1 week, and they will be able to follow it. But if your Ashtavarga points in the sixth house are in a higher mode, then daily planning will not work for you. So take life as it comes to you. Still, when Saturn is going through the sixth house in a retrogression mode, even if the Ashtavarga point is less in your horoscope, in the sixth house, daily planning would be difficult because some changes will come all of a sudden. Emergency projects will come, emergency team meetings will come. So you need to go with the flow. This is the time to develop a greater efficiency and discipline in your approach to work. Please restructure your daily habits and focus on creating more balanced and effective work routine also. Health is indicated by the sixth house. So health concerns will be there. So you need to follow a better diet, workout plans. Please be more responsible towards your physical well-being, and you should have a regular health routine and preventive care also. You should reassess how you contribute to others, because sixth house indicates service, and find more better sustainable way to offer your support. So you need to reflect on your sense of duty, make your adjustments. And in terms of personal development, this is the time to strengthen your work ethics. So please stay away from all kind of office politics, gossipings and all, because Saturn is the planet for karma and time. Kala, time means Kala. So the universe will check whether you are using the time productively, or if you are spending time in office gossips and slandering, then Saturn will definitely punish you. It is also known as a judge. Okay, so make sure your work ethics are perfect and you are focusing on the perfection of the job, so that you can develop a more balanced approach to service. But by the end of this transit, you will have a structured and effective approach to manage your daily responsibilities. Then after this transit, you will surely getting the benefit results only. This introspection will help you in building more sustainable and fulfilling lifestyle, promoting long-term health and productivity. See, the sixth house indicates enemies. People can come to you, old enemies can come to you, old colleagues can come to you. You need to make sure whom you want to be back in your life, and remember why these people left you. If they left you because of your bad attitude, you may have to rethink about it. If you left them because of their bad attitude, you have to rethink whether you need to take them back. Your digestive system will be very important, because sixth house indicates digestive system. You need to take care of that as well. So this is the possible results for Saturn retrogression for Virgo. I wish you all the best. And one more thing, debts. Saturn, when retrograde to the sixth house, you have to settle your debts. The people from whom you borrowed the money, they may come back and ask. They may ask that back. Same thing can happen to you. If you have borrowed some money from some others, they may come and ask you. And some kind of court issues. If you are having some court issues, you will get the summons, or you will have to reappear in the court, or redo the processing and all. And there are chances for sports or competitive events like interviews. Sixth house indicates competitive events. So if you want to write NEET or JEE or GMAT and all, this is the right time, because Saturn retrogression means restructuring, reappearing. So this is a good time to retry anything for a better future. I wish you all the best. Libra. For Libra, Saturn rules 4th and 5th houses. One is Moksha house and the other one is Dharma house. Currently, from June 30th onwards, Saturn will be retrograding through the 5th house. 5th house indicates creativity, romance, and matters related to the children. So these things will be very important for Libra Lagna. The fifth house governs personal expression, pleasure, creative pursuits, and romance. Saturn is not the planet for any of these things. So Saturn is going through a domain which is very strange for it. And it is already a slave planet. During this retrogression, there will be delays and obstacles in these areas. So you need to reassess how you approach it. You need to change your strategies. Being a Libra, you are very hopeful because you are ruled by air. Air sign indicates optimism, activity and all. The activity level may be a bit low. Why? The universe, no. You need some more time to restructure all these things. But your Lagna Lord is friend with Saturn. Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus is a friendly planet to Saturn. So this period will bring challenges, of course. And these challenges will be in expressing your creativity or finding fulfillment in romantic relationship. There can be a feeling that you are blocked in your creative pursuits. So you need to adopt a better discipline and structured approach. This is the time to refine your creative skills and focus on long-term goals than immediate gratification. Venus is the planet for immediate gratification, but Saturn is not the planet for immediate gratification. It needs time to work. It will give you long-term results only. Saturn is the planet for long-term results. See, Saturn rules the most auspicious houses, 10 and 11th houses in the natural zodiac wheel. So what you should understand, whatever Saturn wants to give you, it will be there with you for long term. Romantic relationship. So this time your spouse or your partner may question you about your commitment or responsibility, or how you handle the relationship, and whether you are dutiful or not. So there will be some kind of arguments. This is the time to reflect on the dynamics of your romantic relationship, so that you can make necessary adjustments for greater harmony and fulfillment. See, Saturn is responsibility. In romance, you have to be more responsible. Otherwise, there will be arguments, there will be complaints. See, Saturn is not the planet for romance, and in the Vedic text also we can see Saturn is not the planet for romance. It had a very bad marital life. So when Saturn is retrogression, make sure you are listening to others than imposing your ideas. You may be not a very chatty person, but your spouse is a chatty person, and you should not impose that you are not a chatty person, that's why you cannot express. This is time to stretch yourself, rework on yourself. Then about children, fifth house also indicates children. Delays or challenges in parenting or issues related to children's well-being might arise. See, this is a time where you need to focus on your children. Teaching children, taking care of their physical, financial and emotional needs. And you need to be very thoughtful about your children and be more responsible. See, they are growing into a different world. They are digital natives, so they know a lot of things than us. So we need to catch up with them. So this is the time to sit with them, understand their needs. Our emotional needs and our emotional strength cannot be just like our children. They are growing into a very modern world. So the modern world faces a lot of issues than the old generation. So you need to take time to understand them. Please don't ignore their complaints or their needs. So this transit will help you to develop more mature and balanced attitude towards personal expression, romance and parenting. About your business ventures, Saturn will give you good results only when your horoscope promises a career in business. During this retrogression, people may come to you with some crazy ideas. Whichever ideas you set during this retrogression phase may fail immediately after retrogression. So make sure whether you have a blessing to have a business, Or if you have that business and somebody presented a project in front of you 2 weeks back or 1 month back, then you can go ahead with that project. Otherwise, within this Saturn retrogression time, somebody is giving a project, there is a new project and it will give you more money, then you should not trust that. You should work on it, you should understand it. Wait until Saturn goes direct. Overall, this is a period to restructure your approach to creativity, personal enjoyment, and theater actors, theater activists, not activists, artists. They may have some needs, like they wanted to work with some producer or a director and they rejected you. But this is a time where you can reapply to that same person. By the end of Saturn retrogression, you will be more disciplined. You will have a thoughtful approach to your creative projects and romance, and you will understand better others. And this will help you to be more rewarding, building a rewarding and responsible approach to personal expression or long-term happiness or children and satisfaction. I wish you all the best. Scorpio. For Scorpio, Saturn rules 3rd and 4th houses. 4th house indicates home, real estate deals, parents, security, domestic environment. Saturn is the planet for restrictions. It has some rings around it. That shows the planet is restricted. It is already a slow planet. Saturn is also going through retrogression. So, this retrogression will bring focus on home, family, and your emotional foundation. Saturn is the indicator for real estate deals, construction, agriculture. This is a very good time to renovate your home or relocate, because Saturn is retrograding. Retrogression means re. The 4th house indicates your sense of security, roots, and domestic environment. During this retrogression, there will be the need to reassess how you are with your family, whether you are taking the responsibilities of the home, because Saturn retrogression means you have to take a lot of responsibilities, as Saturn indicates responsibilities. You have to be a responsible person. People will say, your family members will say whether you are being responsible or not. If you were not responsible in the past, responsibilities will automatically come and you wouldn't be able to escape them. Issues related to property, domestic responsibilities, emotional security will come up. So you need to handle them carefully. This period often brings re-evaluation of your home environment and stability it provides. You will be compelled to address family matters, to restructure your living situation to better meet your needs. That means you will think whether your house has this facility or whether you need to improve the domestic environment. And delays or challenges related to property and domestic projects are common. If you are planning to start a fresh real estate deal, it will be a very bad idea, but you are planning to have it or started some processing before Saturn retrogression, you can go ahead with that, but within the Saturn retrogression period, it will be very difficult to start a project. Such project will end abruptly, causing you financial losses. So you need to have a disciplined and responsible approach. The 4th house, known as Moksha house, it is the house for psychology, emotional strength. So you will be reflecting on your inner emotional needs, and you will confront past emotional issues and family dynamics. You will go for therapy or meditation. You will meet people from the past. You will go for some family meetings. There you will meet relatives or friends. It can be a bit challenging, but it offers an opportunity for significant growth in understanding your emotional needs and building stronger sense of inner stability. This is the time for an internalization. This is not the time to come out and work something. It is the time to, within your home, Learn about your emotional needs, learn about your emotional needs, not only yours but your family members as well. This transit will definitely strengthen your connection with the family and home, because you will be somehow trapped inside the house, so you will better know what your each family member needs. This is the period to create more supportive domestic environment, and by the end of this transit, you will have a deeper understanding about your emotions and your family, and this retrogression will give you opportunity to settle the problems with your family members. It can trigger also, but in a positive side, it can give you some solution for long lasting family issues. I wish you all the best. And Saturn will be aspecting the 10th house. So at work also you will have to take a lot of responsibilities. You will be going for some department change. If you wanted to change a department earlier and they didn't give you, this is a time to ask them again, because Saturn indicates Saturn retrogression means retrain. If you wanted to apply in a company, you applied it but they rejected it. This time you will apply again and the authority may accept it. You wanted a department change and you applied, they didn't accept that application. Try it once again. Then some projects will come up which needs immediate change. You worked in a project in the last year or some months back. During this time, your manager may ask you to rework on that project. So this is a good time to rework on anything which you wanted to improve, whether it is your health also, because 6th house indicates your health also, your emotional health. And if you were having knee related issues, you will have to work on it, because retrogression can bring back knee related issues. Or if you had asthma, chronic asthma, and it was not appearing for some years, it may pop up again. Mother will have a lot of needs, because Saturn indicates 4th house indicates mother. So the relationship with mother will be very prominent. Mother will have a lot of needs. You need to be with the mother, support her. So I wish you all the best for the upcoming Saturn transit. Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, Saturn rules 2nd and 3rd houses. Both houses are interconnected regarding finances, because 2nd house indicates money and 3rd house indicates your own efforts, and 3rd house indicates Bhavat Bhavam of the 8th house. 8th house also indicates financial matters. So 3rd house being the Bhavat Bhavam of the 8th house, you will have to focus on financial needs also. Saturn is retrograding through the 3rd house. It shows the need of introspection about communication, learning, relationship with siblings and close relative, because 3rd house indicates all these things, and it also indicates daily interactions, short trips, intellectual pursuits and everything. During this retrogression, you will face delays and obstacles in these areas. But see, the 3rd house, Saturn in the 3rd house is very good for business owners. But due to this retrogression, business owners will have some delays and obstacles in their projects. If you are planning for any new projects within the retrogression time, that will be a bad idea. But if you started the processing much before Saturn retrogression, okay, you can go ahead. But from June to November, within the Saturn retrogression period, you are planning for a new business plan. It will be a very wrong idea, so you need to be very careful. The 3rd house indicates courage. Saturn transit can make you feel like you are a bit down in your energy and your courage. Due to this delays and obstacles, you wanted to make something happen, but delays and obstacles can happen. There will be restricted communications, because Saturn is not the planet for communication. So it is already a slow planet. Now it is retrograding again slow. So your communication will be limited. But this is a very good time to learn some skills. See, whenever you are going through a bad dasha or whenever a planet is retrograding for a long time, Saturn retrogrades for around 5 months. So this is a great time to learn something. And the third house also indicates studies and second house also indicates studies. Both the houses indicate courses like certification courses. You wanted to study web designing earlier. You tried but didn't happen. This is the time to go back to that school and study it. This is a very good time to get a certification, knowledge update and everything. So don't waste your time by sitting and sympathizing with yourself or feeling like a victim. You will surely be get benefit from whatever you study during this time. So whenever we go through a bad dasha, we suggest people to study something because bad dasha is a learning session from the universe. Anyway, during the bad dasha, you will learn a lot of realities about the life. Additionally, if you are learning something, that will reduce the pain because you are studying something is not very easy. It is a very painful process. So studying something during the bad phase will definitely empower you. The third house indicates intellectual projects, and Saturn is not the planet for intellect or intellectual projects. So this period can bring challenges in effectively conveying your ideas and thoughts. This will reflect as a bad impression for your teammates. For example, third house indicates team ventures. It indicates working with close people from the closer community. So you wouldn't be able to convey your ideas and thoughts creatively, efficiently. So the work can get delayed. And that can also cause misunderstanding. It can also cause breakdowns. And frustration can also occur because third house indicates multitasking. You have to multitask, but you are unable to express yourself creatively or intellectually. That can lead you to frustration. At the same time, it's a very good time to develop greater patience and clarity in how you express yourself. You can try multiple ways. You will find yourself reflecting on your learning style and effectiveness of your communication skills. It's an opportunity to refine your methods because Saturn retrogression means refining, retrain your methods and focus on more structured communication. Third house indicates siblings also, neighbors and your immediate circle. This area needs attention and unresolved issues or tensions in this relationship may surface. So you need more thoughtful and responsible approach. Short trips or daily routine can face delays. Your electronic devices can get damaged, or electronic devices at home also can get damaged, like your washing machine or fridge or TV. It's quite natural when any planet goes through in a retrogression mode through the third house. Delays in travel. For example, you are planning to go for a short trip. Suddenly the tire get punctured, or you missing your train ticket, or your booking not happening at the right time, or you get into waiting list. Please take care while driving and riding because third house indicates traveling. So the travel devices also can function badly. Any new plan regarding traveling should be avoided, otherwise there will be delays, or you should have a plan B. In terms of personal development, this is a good time to deepen your knowledge and skills. Like I earlier said you want to take a certification, this is a great time because the Saturn will provide you more focus on studying. By the end of this retrogression period, you will be having a better communication pattern, better relationship with your siblings, but avoid too much of communication in the WhatsApp groups or online groups and all. There is nothing wrong to be in those groups, but it's good to listen more than speaking, or you may post something bad in the group. By mistake also you can post. So kindly avoid that kind of things. I wish you all the best. Capricorn. For Capricorn, Saturn rules your first and second houses. The first house indicates your personal life, your physical body, and the second house indicates your financial matters, personal values, and your self worth. It also indicates material possessions, incomes, your career, your earnings. Whenever any planet moves through the second house, it will directly reflect on your career. Saturn is moving through the second house for a long time. So, something must have taken place regarding your career. If the dasha was good dasha, then you would have got promotion or you would have got a new career. If the dasha was bad, you would have lost the career or some unhappiness might have occurred regarding your career. Now, when Saturn retrogrades through the second house, you will be trying to restructure your finances, restructure your career. This transit will give you a lot of opportunities to learn new things so that you can come out as a very refined person after this retrogression. The second house governs material possessions, income, and the resources that provide a sense of security. So these things need restructuring and realignment during this time. During this retrogression, you will feel the strong need to reassess your approach towards finances and resources. See, this Saturn will show you whatever decisions regarding finances you taken in the past was wrong or right. And you will have to take the help of an expert, finance consultant, then you need to make the plan. During this retrogression phase, if some people will definitely come with a new investment plan, then you should not trust them, because retrogression time, the universe will bring fake people, fake offers and fake ideas to you. Retrogression is actually a danger signal, it's a red flag. You might experience delays and financial growth, or you have to face obstacles related to income. For example, you invested some money in a financial plan, and that plan, you suddenly realize that plan is not functioning properly and the income is delayed. So it can be a bit frustrating time also. The period often brings a sense of caution in spending. You need to control your expenses. When second house is activated, too much of expenses can come up. So you need to adopt a disciplined financial strategy. The second house indicates career, earnings through career. So earnings through career can change. This is also a good time if you applied in a company 1 month back or 1 year back and they rejected your application. This retrogression will give you better opportunities, or it will give you should apply in the same company again, because retrogression means reapplying. Learning, certification courses, contract projects, all can come up, but you should understand that these project may, for example, you are getting a freelance project. This project may only last for 5 months, because the retrogression is for 5 months. You will find yourself re-evaluating what you truly value, because second house indicates self-worth, and whether your current financial habits align with those values. You will be reflecting on your relationship with money and material possessions, so that you can recognize the areas where you need to exercise greater prudence. Finance is very sensitive subject, because 8th house, which is just opposite to the second house, indicates expenses and sudden needs. 8th house also will be getting activated through this aspect. So sudden financial needs can come up, expenses can come up. Issues related to self-worth, like some people may come and question your quality, or they can speak in a way to trigger your ego. So ego clashes can also come up. So avoid impulsive communication, impulsive financial decisions, and focus on building more secure and stable financial foundation. Family dynamics and inherited values also will come under scrutiny, because the second house indicates family members, So you need to address those issues within your family or reassess your family's role in your financial decisions. This is not a good time to take solo decisions. For example, if you are a business owner, please don't take a solo decisions. You have to involve learned people, your well-wishers. There are so many learned people, not all are well-wishers, or there are a lot of facilities like professionals out there to help you. This is the time to seek help from them. Saturn retrograde motion encourages you to develop more mature and responsible attitude towards financial matters. Overall, this is the period to restructure your financial approach so that by the end of this transit, you can have a better financial stability. Second house also indicates your speech. Kindly avoid impulsive speech, because Saturn is not the planet for speech. In the Vedas also we can see Saturn got into a lot of issues due to that lack of emotional quotient. His marital life, his relationship with his father and family, everything was affected because of his communication pattern. So you need to have a good communication pattern, otherwise you keep quiet. Okay. Second house indicates your eyes, your teeth, mouth area, face, alimentary canal. The food habit should be good, otherwise you can get food allergies. Then you have to be very careful with your how you chew your food. The alimentary canal is activated, so you need to chew your food properly. If you have any dental issues, go to a medical doctor. Don't wait for home remedies. If you had some chronic issues like your eyes were hurting and your teeth had issues, and this transit will give you better medication because it is restructuring everything. Kindly avoid taking loans or giving loans. So this is the input for the next Saturn retrogression. I wish you all the best. Aquarius. For Aquarius, Saturn rules your 12th and 1st houses, and Saturn is going through a retrogression mode in the 1st house. The 1st house indicates self, physical appearance, and the approach to your life. This retrogression will bring a profound introspection and re-evaluation of your personal life. Saturn is a very heavy planet. It is a distant planet. It is not an emotional planet. It is an isolated planet. It is already a slow planet, and during the retrogression it will be further slow. So you may feel that life is taking a very slow pace, but you should understand that the universe is giving you more time to restructure your personal life. The 1st house indicates self, physical appearance, and approach to life. During this time, you will be feeling like you have to take up more responsibilities towards yourself. You feel the need of improvisation in your life. You will find that you may even question yourself, your path, your goals, and the image which you have in the world. This can give you a lot of internal pressure. This Saturn is asking you to be true to yourself. Being an Aquarius, you are an air sign, you are a very intellectual person. Air indicates intellect, and you are a futuristic person. Aquarius, you people are coming from the future and you want to do a lot of things, you have a lot of futuristic plans, but there will be delays in projects or initiatives. It is very natural. You should not get worried, because there are something which you need to be focused on. You need to correct it. That's why Saturn is retrograding. Retrogression means restructuring. This is the time to restructure, re-evaluate your goals, your personal life. This is the time to reassess your priorities so that you can be a disciplined person. There will be kind of insecurity or lack of confidence it is a normal thing when some planet retrograde through the first house. And physical health also can get affected because the first house indicates physical health. So you need to take up a better healthcare program. If you are having any kind of chronic illness, then you may go through those same issues again. So don't wait for home remedies. There are people who simply spend time on home remedies. You need to check your body clearly. So please go to a medical doctor. It is crucial to practice patience and avoid impulsive decisions because Saturn can make you very much frustrated. And that can cause you like that itself can bring physical issues also. Saturn's retrograde motions is asking you to build a solid foundation for your future. If you are patient, if you are listening to others, then you will be coming out as a better person during this, by the end of, after this Saturn retrogression. And Saturn is the planet for long-term goals. So focus on long-term goals than immediate gratification. Saturn is not the planet for immediate gratification because it needs time to work. It is the planet for time or kala. So it wants to give you long-term gratification. So please leave all those plans to make immediate money or immediate gratification. For that, you need to be responsible and make disciplined choices. And Aquarius, you are a spiritual person also. You people are very spiritual because in the natural zodiac wheel, the 11th house indicates 11th house is the Bhavad Bhavam of the 12th house. So 12th house, whatever 12th house carries, Aquarius also have. So spirituality is a very important factor during this time. This is the time to reflect on your past actions, and the time will bring those consequences so that you can be a mature person. This introspection will help you in shedding old bad habits, all those bad habits which you have had in the past, because they were not serving you to be a better person, and now the universe will give you new ideas to be better. By the end of the Saturn retrogression, you will emerge as a better person, and Saturn will be aspecting the 7th house. The 7th house indicates relationships, business relationship, one-to-one relationship. All these things will be very important. Saturn is not the planet for relationship. When we look in the Vedas, we can see Saturn had a very bad relationship with everybody around him. Doesn't matter with father, mother, siblings or wife. It had a bad relationship. It is not a romantic planet. It is not the planet for romance. So your marital life also, love life also can go through some struggles. But you should not take any final decision. Give time to your spouse and yourself to choose the right methods to improve the relationship. Otherwise, you will be doing a mistake. You should not think that you are the best person, because Aquarius do have that feeling. You need to give time to your partners also, because you are ruled by Leos. Your partners can be very haughty, very egoistic, and your ruler Saturn and the ruler of your 7th house are arch enemies in astrology. So the relationship can go through struggles, and retrogression is giving you time to reassess the relationship. Despite business relationship or personal relationship, reassess it. If you give time, every relationship will grow. And don't take any hasty decision to detach. Please give time until Saturn retrogression ends, and that will be good for you as well as your partner. I wish you all the best. Pisces. For Pisces, Saturn rules the 11th and 12th houses. The 12th house is known as a Dursthana Bhava, and it is also a spiritual house. It is a moksha house. It governs mysterious things, astrology, numerology, occult, spiritual growth, subconscious mind, hidden enemies, bed pleasures and everything. Saturn is already going through your 12th house. Now from June to November, it will be retrograding also. You will be facing some challenges regarding your spiritual life or subconscious patterns. The 12th house indicates subconscious mind. That's where the universe processes your dreams, your happiness, emotional strength, and all. When retrograde happens, old issues can again come back. Like you were having an emotional wound. The universe is suddenly showing you the wound is not properly healed. So, this is the time to resolve the past issues. 12th house indicates spirituality, spiritual sciences, healing practices. So, this is a great time to restart your spiritual journey. If you wanted to study astrology, tarot, numerology, or psychology, you tried earlier, it didn't happen, but this time you can start it again. Because Saturn retrogression means a redoing, a restructuring, a realigning. Of course, the universe will send you different signals through dreams, and these dreams will carry the messages about your future. What you need to do is an isolation and detachment. You are already isolating and detaching you. Further detachment is required so that you don't have to fall into problems. And this period often brings a need of deeper introspection and reflection of your emotional needs. There will be hidden fears and unresolved emotional issues. You need to confront them. It will be good if you join a spiritual group, because if any planet is moving through any bad house, that is a learning session from the universe. So this is a complex transit. So during that time, we should learn something. So I encourage you to learn spiritual subjects or psychology or therapy. There will be foreign collaborations because 12th house indicates foreign collaboration, but the retrogression can bring delays. For example, if you are planning to get a visa or a green card, then there can be a kind of delay. Your spiritual belief also be uncertain. Spiritual practices will be good, and you will have to take care of your health, because 12th house, whenever 12th house is activated, there are chances for hospitalization. May not for you, maybe for somebody else. Matters related to isolation, escapism also require attention. You may need to reassess how you cope with the stress or emotional challenges. Your physical health also is important because Saturn will aspect the 6th house. So the deaths, diseases, enemies will be important. You need to take up new healthcare program, or old issues, physical issues also can come back. At work, you have to rework on the old project, in the old projects. Please avoid any kind of office politics or office gossip with your colleagues. Otherwise, you can get blacklisted in your company. See, such kind of communication is not helping anybody, rather than ruining the company. So you need to understand Saturn is the planet for karma. It is the planet for justice. It is a planet for time. So this is the time to focus more on righteous deeds. This period is an opportunity to build more supportive and nurturing approach to self-care and personal reflection. You need to improve the quality of your personal life, and you will go for competitive exams or sports events, because 6th house, where the Saturn aspects indicates competitive events. So you will have some competitive events that can also happen. Then this is a great time to read spiritual texts, to know more about the mysteries of the world, to emotionally strengthen you. And this is the Saturn retrogression results for Pisces. I wish you all the best.